Hello YouTube. In this video tutorial I'm going to be talking about collision detection. So in a previous tutorial I talked about this side scroller, and one of the first things that people ask about when they set up a game like this is how to stop the character from going to certain blocks. So for example, if this blue area was a lake, they wouldn't want their character to be able to walk into the lake. So that's called collision detection. Mozilla, on their website about collision detection, has an algorithm for detecting collisions. So I took some of this code and I put it in to a Khan Academy program to sort of explain it. I wrapped it up in a little function. They're conditional, and I put return true after inside the conditional. So from draw, that is called right here, and I pass in the two rectangle objects, and then I display some text to show that a collision was detected. Now, about how the algorithm works, I wrote a couple of extra functions just piecemealing this algorithm into two main parts. There's the horizontal and the vertical components. So if I take this Boolean value and I set it to true, that's just gonna draw some vertical lines. See, that's right here in the draw loop. If explain vert, draw some vertical lines, and if that piece of the algorithm is true, then draw a transparent rectangle right here. So let's look at the algorithm. If the first rectangle's left side is less than the second rectangle's right side, that's this half of that half of the algorithm. So less than is an operation on two numbers. If this number is smaller than the sum of these two numbers. So rect1.x is the top left corner of the blue rectangle. Well, it's the whole left side, but the way the rect algorithm works is you would specify the top left corner and a width and a height attribute. So this is the right side of the green rectangle. Maybe I should have pieced it even further and made a function that would highlight this entire section, this stuff over here too. That first part of the condition is true right now. If the left side of the blue rectangle is to the left of the right side of the green rectangle. This other part is the other parameter. It becomes true right then. If the right side of the blue rectangle, because it's its x-coordinate plus its width, if the right side is to the right of the left side of the green rectangle, then this is true. So for collision to work, you need both of those things and the same thing for the vertical. And then if all four of those things are true, then you have a collision. And once again, just to emphasize why that is important, these blocks are rectangles. This character is essentially a rectangle. You could make an incredibly complicated algorithm and actually define him as this convoluted shape, but for the purposes of most games, you can think of him as a rectangle. And you can see that this isn't even perfect because it's allowing some overlaps and it's stopping him before he even gets to the right side of this. This little divot right here, like, it looks like he should be able to fit into it, but I don't think oh, maybe I can get him into it. I was just off. Right now he's colliding with this little chunk. Anyways, this is for a game that somebody was working on, and they wanted to know how to stop him from going through the rectangles. So I set up a collision detection, among many other things, for him. You can see it's essentially the same algorithm. I named it something different. Hope that helped.